All right, all right, all right. Here we go. We're back. It's Monday. I'm Cindy,
I'm Steve.
and we are Madison Multisport. And this week we are chatting about team and community. And last night we got to celebrate our Madison Multisport community here, and we do this awards party at the end of every season. And each athlete gets awarded an award. We each got ours, wearing them here. And each athlete gets an award to celebrate, something that they've accomplished or something memorable throughout the season, as well as a collective celebration of how we help each other reach our goals. And so, following up on that, we just wanted to talk a little bit more about community, and whether you call that like your team, your community, your squad, your posse, whatever. I'm going to talk a little bit about building community wherever you are. And you might not have something, that has a bunch of local training partners, but building your community or your squad is still really important to your success.
Yeah. I think the biggest then is like Cindy just said, who is your community and how do you build it? And I think the next step off of that is just like communicating with your community of your goals, what you're trying to achieve. Because with the athletes that we coach, I mean, you find that the people who communicate the most to you, or the people who communicate the most to their community, are typically the ones that see the most success. And we find that the people who just don't communicate, for some reason they find like their goals and what they're trying to achieve is not as important. But we find that if we have an athlete that says, I want to do this, I want to accomplish this, I want my pace for my 5K to go from this to that, and if they are communicating frequently, they are on it. But the people who just don't communicate as much, we try to break them out of that mold to say, what do you want to do? What are your goals? Who is your community? Because the people who do that, again, they communicate what they want. They achieve what they want to achieve.
Yeah, and I think of two things. One is like the idea of raising a child, and they say it takes a village. And then you hear a lot of pro athletes talking about how important it is for them to have their team surrounding them to help them reach their goals. And maybe it's easier for a professional to do that because this is their career. But I will also say to all of you, like, your goals are really important, and let's not devalue those. And then it's up to you as sort of the center of that to create that community or that squad that you want around you. And I think of family being a big part of that. If you have family, hopefully that they're on board with helping you, and then friends that are either involved in triathlon or not, friends that are involved in triathlon that can become training partners and kind of walk along with you through the process, a chiro, a massage therapist, a physical therapist, your primary care doctor, like all of those people that are going to help keep you healthy and on track towards your goals.
Yeah, and I think, so what does that community offer? And I think the one thing is that it helps provide like that accountability, and at times when you might need it the most. And so if your partner or your community says, what are you doing today? What is your training session today? What are your goals today? Like, what are you trying to achieve? That might help you say, oh, that's right. Like, I do have a long ride today, or I do have an interval session that I might not want to do. And I mean, a lot of times, that's what coaching can help. That's what your partner can help. That's what your training partners can help with, is just getting you out the door to do the session you might want to do. And I know, like, when I was training for Chattanooga this past September, I mean, Cindy would always say, what are you doing today? How can I help you accomplish those goals? And it's powerful. Like, it's a very, very powerful tool to have, is having that community. So set it up and use that community. Like, use it, because it's very, very helpful and powerful.
Yeah, so there's your homework, is decide who you want to be in your community and reach out to those people and make sure that you have them on board to help support you.
Yep. And the last thing is just, if you have questions for what you want us to chat about, if you have like a question that you're thinking, I really want you to answer this, send it to us, put it in the comments, however you communicate with us, just send us those because we're always open to suggestions. So send them on over.
Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.
See ya.